this video, I want to talk about consistency. Consistency is absolutely crucial if you're looking to get success with this program or any other. And habit-based coaching is all about consistency. Doing something consistently enough till it gets to the point where it becomes habit, it becomes automatic, you don't need to even think about it anymore. So if you think about when you started to learn to drive, for example, when you first started doing that, there was a lot to think about. There was a lot of moving parts, and you probably needed to get coached on it by an instructor. And then after some time, it got a little bit easier, and then it got a little bit easier, and now you can probably drive whilst having a conversation, looking out the window and changing the radio all at the same time. It's so automatic. Your brain and your central nervous system can actually do it without you really thinking about it. And that's how habits are formed, and that's really what this program's about. It's about you doing things consistently enough so that it ingrains habits. And we're really going to learn more about this in the main plan on the platform, and it's a big part of why this program will be so successful for you. It's probably going to be a very different way of eating compared to how you've done diets in the past, but it actually studies show that it's like literally it's crazy effective. I mean, 10 times more effective than any normal diet. So I want you to do something. I want you to strive for 90% consistency. And what I mean by that is lots and lots of people who start a diet aim to be perfect, and when they're not perfect, they feel like they failed, and then the diet goes out the window. So they'll have a bag of crisps or a chocolate bar. Oh, I failed, what's the point? And then they eat everything. Obviously that approach is never going to get you to where you need to be. I want you to use an approach that's also here for the long term. So if you imagine your life and you can never have another bar of chocolate or another bag of crisps or another beer or another glass of wine or another meal out ever again for the rest of your life, well, that's a pretty dull life, and it's highly unlikely that you're going to stick with that process forever. However, if you say I'm going to eat most of the time, and some of the time I'm going to relax the rules, I'm going to have a bag of crisps if I want one now and again, I'm going to have some chocolate now and again, I'm going to have a nice meal or a few beers now and again. Well, that approach you can live with forever. So that's what I want you to strive for, 90% consistency. And as you go through the plan on the main platform, it'll talk about how we fit that consistency in and how we start building that into the program. Like I said, trying to be perfect is likely to lead to failure. So I want you to start using the mantra, I'm doing the best that I can. I want you to always try to make the best of a bad job. So if your nutrition isn't perfect that day, do the best that you can with it. So let's say you didn't plan your meal, or you didn't prepare your meal, and you're supposed to be having, vegetable soup with some chicken chucked in there or something like that, and you forgot to do all of that, and you end up going into Tesco's and you get a sandwich. Rather than going for a big crusty sandwich, go for the brown bread. Make sure you get a sandwich that's got protein in there. Make sure you get a sandwich that's got some salad in there. Make that meal as close to the rules as you possibly can. And obviously you'll learn more about these rules as we move forward. But what I really want you to take from this video is don't go for perfection. It's highly likely to trip you up in the long term. Back off a little bit. Just focus on being good most of the time, and always have that mindset of I'm going to do the best that I possibly can in any situation.